Alright guys, now we're gonna basically be going over trends and reversals. So again, a main part of my strategy is literally just following the trend, and obviously, well, that's how you're supposed to like really trade. Or there's different people who like trading the consolidation, I guess, but like yeah, understanding the trend and understanding when we're about to reverse. Basically what a reversal is when obviously when we're moving one way and then we're starting to see like some sort of like move back down, or if we're moving down and we're starting to see well displacement go up, right? So what is a trend, right? So obviously market moves up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, right? This is called a uptrend, right? It consists of higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, and then higher lows, higher highs, oops, and then higher lows. All right, so this right here is an uptrend. Don't forget it. It's going up and it's a trend, right? So yeah, and then right here we have a downtrend, right? We have, well, this one is basically an uptrend, just the opposite, right? This one consists lower lows, lower highs, lower lows, lower highs, lower lows, lower highs, lower lows, and then lower highs. Yeah. So right here, lower low. These points are all lower lows, and these points are all lower highs. And then from here, well, yeah, this is a downtrend, right? And then obviously once market starts, or let's say if you're in an uptrend, right? When market starts to break higher lows, that's starting to see like displacement. That's basically saying like, hey, like we're done uptrending. We're gonna start basically reversing, right? So again, what an uptrend is basically breaking the previous higher low and then coming back up, retesting it, and then again, now just starting from an uptrend to a downtrend. That's a market reversal, right? Here we do see our um, well, break of the previous higher low. That will be considered our market structure shift, right? Again, this is when we're going from an uptrend to a downtrend, right? Um, Also, for a downtrend, it's literally the same thing, but this time instead of creating a lower low to go lower, we're actually breaking the previous lower high to continue higher, right? And then this is just now forming a market structure shift, right? Market structure shift, market reversal, whatever, right? So again, a lot of you guys, or like most people, kind of get like the misconception of what is a breaker structure and what is a market structure shift. The difference between a breaker structure is literally just breaking the trend structure every single time you're uptrending. So every single time we're coming down, we're breaking the higher high. That's break a structure. So all of these right here, or every single time you break above these highs, it's break a structure, right? And then this is breakup structure of the trend, right? And then once you break the previous higher low, then that's a market structure shift. We could observe that this is a downtrend, and now every single time we're breaking lows, it's literally a breakup structure of these lows, right? So this right here is, well, yeah, all these are breakup structures. And well, yeah, that's basically kind of like the whole like way to identify like a trend. Let's actually kind of like figure that out on our own, right? And how we could use like our levels, right? So again, we charted this out on Tesla where we see, well, again, our levels are all here being respected, right? And we could see that we were previously downtrending, and once we realized that we were downtrending, right, we do what? Basically start targeting our levels, right? We start coming up, coming down, coming up, coming down, basically, yeah, downtrending all the way to, well, all the way to this previous support, right? And then from here, we're starting to see that this was the last higher low, I mean lower high that was inserted. Once we broke above it, we stopped creating the previous, well, we stopped basically downtrending when we stopped creating lower lows, right? So from here, we just start seeing that we're breaking previous lower highs, right? And now at this stage, we're trying to basically reverse back to the upside, right? Here, we starting to see like a little fall through, right? Like a little sell off, right? Right here, again, because market isn't going to be like always perfect, right? But what we do understand is market moves within trends and moves within levels, right? We saw we were downtrending, hitting what? All of our levels, right? We saw now we're uptrending, hitting what? All of our levels, right? We could see that this area right here, this like 350, 350, 367, 3, like this area in general is like a really like good resistance, right? we every single time we come up, we sell off, come up, sell off, and then we're now approaching it, or we came up and then we sold off. We're now approaching it now, and we're trying to see if we could break above. Because again, once we do break above and see us break past these previous higher lows, then we could start uptrending again, right? And we're only gonna start downtrending if we break all these lows, right? And then start actually like downtrending, as in making lower lows, lower highs, lower lows, lower highs, lower lows, lower highs. And then we could also basically see on ES, we could also find a little example here too. SPY, again, on the higher time frame, it's always uptrending, right? But once we start going onto the smaller time frames, we can start seeing what's actually going on. Every single time we insert these points, right? This is, again, all these points right here are just higher time frame lows, right? Every single time we insert these are all higher time frame lows. So the lows that are most like seen, which would be this one and this one and this one, these are your most prominent lows because SPY is always uptrending, right? My bad if I marked these ones right there. I was looking kind of off a little bit because, yeah, these lows, I'm pretty sure these are on the daily. Yeah, these lows are on the daily, right? We could see that on the daily we're always uptrending, right? But if we go on like on the smaller time frames, we could see how those lows on the lower time frame were actually being inserted, right? So we could see market kind of downtrends on like the 1 hour to insert that higher time frame low, right? So we come up, come down, come up, come down, right? So on the smaller time frames, kind of think of it as this, right? When we're creating this low here, right? When we're creating these daily lows, so this one here, and this one here, we're looking at smaller time frame, um, basically smaller time frame trends basically coming down to the downside, right? So again, it's just literally you inserting the higher time frame low. Here we see that we were downtrending to insert what? The higher time frame low because again, SPY is always uptrending. We could, oops, on the daily. SPY is always uptrending, and every single time we have those sell-offs, it's just hourlies or basically smaller time frames, basically inserting that higher time frame low. And yeah, we're gonna continue pushing up to these highs again, right? Creating the next move up to again create the next move down to yeah, basically do all that shit. Eventually, we're gonna probably downtrend on the daily as well, probably to again insert that higher time frame low, which again would be a weekly low, which again you could kind of see that right here. You could see, well, we could kind of see like a solid one like right here. Nah, this one, honestly, this was a crash. This was honestly just a crash. All right, sometimes we do have like those crashes. I'm pretty sure like on the monthly we could kind of see like the, nah, it's just, yeah. We could just still see like these lows right here. Every single time we're forming or inserting these higher time frame lows, it's just smaller time frame trends inserting that, right? Because again, we're just gonna come up, come down, come up, come down, and we're gonna rally back up. And that's how ES and NQ move, and that's how like the indices move, right? Um, I'm hoping you guys kind of understood like the whole point of trends and how to actually like spot them, how to actually move with them, and then how the higher time frame lows are inserted and how the higher time frame highs are also inserted as well. It's basically the same thing, right? Um, Here we're just going on the daily. And we're seeing, well, obviously this higher time frame high is going to be inserted like the second we break above this level. And then we're going to see displacement on the smaller time frames to obviously catch the little sell off to place that higher time frame low. And again, if you guys want to see more videos like this, right, you guys are welcome to join my Discord, and you guys are also welcome to work one-on-one with me, where I do show and explain way more than just all this, and I'll have more content on there as well.